You don't struggle at night because you're lazy. You struggle because night removes the noise. During the day, everything competes for your attention. Messages, deadlines, people, movement, distraction. You stay busy. And being busy feels productive. But at night, everything slows down. And that's when it starts. The heaviness, the racing thoughts, the quiet panic you don't talk about. You lie there, staring at the ceiling, wondering why your mind won't just shut up. You tell yourself you're tired. You tell yourself tomorrow will be different. But deep down, you know that's not the full truth. Because your mind isn't breaking down at night. It's finally being honest. Here's something most people don't realize. Your brain doesn't process life when you're busy. It processes life when you're still. Throughout the day, you postpone thoughts. I'll deal with this later. I don't have time to think about that right now. I'll figure it out someday. Those thoughts don't disappear. They wait. And night is when they collect their debt. That's why nights feel heavier than mornings. Not because you're weak, but because your brain finally has space. Let's talk about something uncomfortable. Most people don't fear failure. They fear clarity. Because clarity removes excuses. During the day, you can blame time. At night, there's nothing to blame. No boss. No notifications. No rush. Just you. And the gap between who you are and who you know you could be. That gap is what hurts. Psychology explains this more clearly than motivation ever will. Your brain hates unfinished loops. Every promise you didn't keep. Every task you avoided. Every decision you delayed. They stay open in your mind, like background tabs. And when the world goes quiet, those tabs get loud. That's why you suddenly remember things at 2 a.m. That's why regret hits hardest at night. That's why motivation videos feel good for 5 minutes, and then fade. Because the issue isn't motivation, it's unresolved identity. Here's the part nobody says out loud. Scrolling at night isn't relaxation. It's anesthesia. You don't scroll because you're bored. You scroll to avoid listening. You're not addicted to your phone. You're avoiding the conversation inside your head. The questions like, why am I still here? Why haven't I started yet? Why do I know what to do, but don't do it? Those questions don't go away. They just get louder when you try to drown them out. Now listen carefully. Night discomfort isn't a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a signal. It's your mind saying, pay attention. Most people treat that signal as a problem. They numb it. They ignore it. They sleep to escape it. And then they wake up and repeat the same day again. But a few people do something different. They listen. Listening doesn't mean fixing your whole life overnight. It means one simple thing. Acknowledging what you've been avoiding. Not judging it. Not motivating it away. Just naming it. Because clarity reduces fear. And fear is what keeps you stuck. Try this tonight. Before bed, don't plan your entire future. Don't write goals. Don't promise anything. Just ask yourself 3 quiet questions. What did I avoid today? What am I pretending doesn't matter? What do I already know, but haven't accepted? Write the answers down, not to act on them immediately, but to stop lying to yourself. Your brain relaxes when honesty replaces resistance. Here's something important. Peace doesn't come from having everything figured out. It comes from facing what you've been running from. That's why the nights feel heavy before growth happens, not after. Every meaningful change starts in silence, in discomfort, in awareness. So if nights hit you harder than mornings, if you feel calm on the outside, but restless on the inside, if you keep telling yourself something needs to change, but don't know what yet, you're not broken. You're becoming conscious, and that's always uncomfortable, before it becomes powerful. The night isn't trying to punish you. It's trying to tell you something you've been too busy to hear. The question is not, why do nights feel heavy? The real question is, are you ready to listen? If this felt personal, comment night below. You're not alone in this. You're just early in the process. And awareness always comes before transformation.